My family came here to the United States in 1991 from the refugee camps of Thailand. I was only 3. We first settled in Kaukauna, Wisconsin, and I came to the Minneapolis College of Art and Design in Minnesota to do my Master's of Fine Arts. I chose Minneapolis and St. Paul in particular to come and be with my Hmong American community. I needed to have that experience to make sure that it's a part of who I am and to really re-explore my own identity and make work about it. The work that I've been continuously doing, I think of them as evolutions from one previous work to the next. The dialogue that was going on within our own community that was happening is Hmong culture dying? And I think that can be said about any culture that comes into the mainstream American culture, that in a sense, when we become the norm or we become American, we lose a little bit of something. And then looking at that idea is that to question it, are we losing our Hmong culture? And really, what is Hmong culture? So to really kind of come up with these questions to challenge these ideas on what Hmong culture is and create these very distinct images and that pull at the viewers, especially people from my community who understand the symbolism and then say, is it a good thing, is it a bad thing on all sort of these aspects? The piece that I made here is called Becoming American. In this piece, there are about 3,000 hand-folded boat-like shapes that are supposed to represent gold and silver bars. The paper is Joss paper, or spirit money. It's used in a lot of East Asian cultures, and many people burn the paper for their dead or their ancestors. When I first started using this spirit money, I thought a lot about what the material meant as a sacred object, as a religious object. And then once I was using the material and was really asking those very hard questions, the material really became something that bound me to who I am. I had the help of volunteers that worked with me to help fold them here at the White Bear Art Center. And during that time, while we were folding, we had amazing conversations, people from all different backgrounds, talking about their own immigration story, if not personally, about their great-grandparents' immigration story, and to really see those similarities. And I think that's really the power of making and the power of art and its ability to help, build bridges and connect people together. It's very uncomfortable to open up about one's own culture or background in a way where you can just talk about it. So I found the safest place and the place I knew best and to make graphic posters out of it. So I made posters about these artifacts and these traditions that we have within our Hmong American culture. So these posters open up this idea of being able to maybe transition from design into art, or kind of really even integrating them at the same time. It always goes back to the idea of what sort of things can I set to challenge myself to be a better artist. Is it doing a different material, using a different concept, or even working within a different community?